Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. And welcome. I've been talking with the mic muted this whole time. Awesome. Okay, let's start over. Okay. Good evening. Welcome to apparently how not to stream. This is how not to code with General Buckles. Man, I got to do the whole intro again. So I am just a random guy that has decided to mess around with Python and learn a little bit about it. And I'm having ChatGPT write me some scripts, and I'm learning how they work and all of that, and learning what I can about Python, but I'm never really going to learn how to be a coder per se. I don't think, at least. But I'm having a blast learning about it. How I'm learning about it is a few different mechanisms. So I'll walk you through some of that. I can highly recommend this YouTuber, Thuvu. Does a lot of, let's see here, a lot of videos on everything. A lot of AI stuff lately. But the one that I really liked was the, if I were to start learning Python today, after years of doing it, how would I learn? And I think that's a great methodology. So I should put together this mind map here that lets you kind of learn all the features step by step, starting with the basics, and move at your own pace. So if you are interested in actually learning more about Python, check it out. You're going to go to python.org, get yourself a copy, and you're going to need yourself an editor. This is VS Code. It's a wonderful little editor, and it works well with GitHub, which is where people deposit code, little repositories, and let people share it, let people play around with it and stuff like that. So sort of the basic rundown. Tonight, we are going to be, I'm going to demo something I made today, and then that I think was testing the levels or playing around with what GPT-5 can do in terms of creativity, strict directions on creative vision, and then how it executes what I described. And then after that, I'm going to push it a little further and give it some creative leeway. Give it an idea, concept, but let it run with how to execute that and just see what we come up with. So first, let's take a look at the what I made today. So this is the password locker from last time. We called it Dojo Locker because I had a viewer who named Dojo who was giving me a bunch of pointers, inputs, and his thoughts on things. So I named it after him. We can take a quick look at what it looks like. Boop. There it is. Lets you put passwords in, and then you can encrypt the whole thing. In fact, it even asks you, hey, do you want to encrypt this? Yes, I want to encrypt it. And you can actually download this source code from my GitHub if you want to play around with it, customize it, stuff like that. But let's take a look at the other thing I made today where I was... Did you call? Heard my name. There's Dojo right now. Hey, man. Yeah, I was just telling everybody about the password locker that's named after you. Let's open this right here. This is kind of fun. Recommends enabling type checking. Would you like to change the setting? Sure. Backup and sync. I don't want to change the setting. I don't know what you're talking about. We'll explore that later. This is a clock I made. And nothing fancy. Uses the system clock. But what I asked of ChatGPT was to provide me with a progress bar that is basically like the second hand. And as you can see, it transitions to yellow, and then eventually to red at the end of each minute. And I don't know, I just wanted to see if it could understand my logic in terms of I want it to go from green, yellow, red every minute. And then I expanded on that a little bit more in other areas of the app. I'll let it turn red here. And there we go, see? So other features is a stopwatch. Nothing super fancy about it, although I did add a millisecond thing because I'm an F1 fan, and I could have gone with tenths and hundredths of a second as well. Or I guess that's tenths, hundredths, thousandths of a second? I don't know. Anyway, what's really cool is the countdown timer. This I wanted to be kind of like counting down from a bomb, right? So let's say we do 12 seconds. We're going to set it to 12 seconds, and then it starts counting down. Every time it gets to 10, oh, that's interesting. There we go, yellow. Then red. And unfortunately, because this is on a laptop of mine, there's audio. It has beeps. And it beeps for the last 10 seconds. And I was actually really impressed that ChatGPT pulled that off. Let's try 20 seconds. Set that. Maybe I can get the audio on here to work. Where's audio settings? I have a different keyboard I'm using. I didn't show this to you last time, Dojo. I wanted to share this with you. This keyboard that I use. This is, and I have a video all about it on my channel. This is the CLVX1, ridiculous name, but it's a touch keyboard. And you can, all right, my chroma key is not playing nice, but I don't know if you can tell, it's completely flat. And it's a touchpad. But I can also type. I can scroll, zoom, all that fun stuff, but it's also a perfectly functioning keyboard. No mouse needed. It is amazing for laptops. Okay. Let's start. Well, there we go. Let's try start that. Countdown. It should turn yellow at some point. There we go. So I think I set it at like 50% of the way, halfway through the time, it turns yellow, and then at the last 10%, there we go, it turns red. And there should be a beep. I don't know why it's not beeping. It might just be the laptop because it's HDMI'd to here. That's weird. Wait a minute. Is it beeping on your end? Dojo, can you hear it? Just occurred to me that I might not be able to hear it, but the audio might be coming through the HDMI. I don't know. Anyway, so what we're here to do first is we're going to put this up on GitHub so y'all can play with it. And then we're going to move on to testing GPT-5's creativity. That was the plan for the evening. So this is the time machine, we're calling it. And we need to copy that. And then we're going to go back to here. There we go. No, I couldn't hear the clock beeps. All right, well, can't win them all. I don't think I'm going to incorporate sound at all for the rest of the evening. So, other than the dulcet tones of my voice. Let's see. This terminal is not working out for me, so we're going to do that. There we go. So we want to do, let's see, I think, if I'm not mistaken, we want, whoa, go away. I believe it's git init. Initialize git repository, git add dot, good. Git commit m first commit on live. Perfect. So looks like they're all ready. And then we want to do git branch main git remote add origin space. And then we're going to paste that link I got. Boom. Git push u origin main. Talk to me. All right. We'll refresh that. Boom. There she is. And that's public. So links in the description if you want to grab the time machine. All right. So the plan for this evening. So here's what I was thinking. Playing with colors and shapes, either like a game, like a very simple sort of like Pong game. Or the other idea I had was, this is kind of weird. Let's test it out. I want to see if it'll let me do this. I am making a movie about a hacker. I need some coding looking stuff on screen in one of the scenes. Can you write me a Python script that will create a mimic of a command prompt screen but no matter what I type into it, after I hit enter, it just scrolls with a bunch of generic code and script and instructions that look cool. So on camera, it looks like my hacker character is doing something. Let's see what it does. It's a pretty like abstract concept. Creating fake command prompt UI. Oh, it's doing it. All right. I'm slightly impressed. All right, while it works on that, let me go. We gotta make a new folder here. Can I make a new folder? New window, new file, new window with file. I'm gonna make the folder separately. That's give me just a second here. There we go. I'm gonna call this Hatter. Not really a hacker. All right. Open folder. Call it Hatter. And new file. Whoa. Whoa, get out of here. What is wrong with this? Open editors. This is weird. There we go. Hatter1.py. Let's go see what we came up with here. Cinematic hacking mode. Let's give your actor a bulletproof fake terminal that looks busy no matter what they type. Here's a single Python script that mimics a Windows-style command prompt that accepts any command, then spews believable scrolling techno gibberish. Works with zero dependencies, blah, blah, blah. Adjustable speed and density. Look, it got creative right there. That's, all right. And then if you look here, like it seems to have some variables that I could adjust, right? Like right now, the default user is hacker. We're gonna change that. Okay. All right, we're gonna noob city 99. Default host terminal X 007. Yeah. Okay. So let's save that. and then run it. Oh. See, when I said create a command prompt window, I kind of assumed it was going to use tkinter and make a GUI. It just did it in the editor. Okay. Launch package. Okay. That's kind of cool. File total. Okay. All right. Great. But I would like this to be in a tkinter GUI that pops. I can move around on screen. Please provide full revised script. I honestly, I'm shocked that it didn't put it in a command prompt window. Like, it knew what I was trying to do. Have code teach you code is like a time machine. You never quite know the input. No, I agree. That's love it. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I do find it really weird, like how complimentary um, any of the AI are. I mean, I don't know. I haven't spent a lot of time talking to other ones. Like, I have friends and coworkers who have like apps on their phone where they can like scroll through all the different models that are available. I don't know. There's something about having like a repository here. Like, I've got all the conversations and stuff saved here. I've got a special agent I made just to help me making YouTube videos. So I don't know if the other ones are so complimentary. One thing that does annoy me about ChatGPT is that it will write that script. I will then go back and show it the errors that were made that came back. And it'll be like, oh, yeah, you put this here. You shouldn't have done that. I'm like, it wasn't me. You wrote it. What the heck? All right. So we're going to close that terminal. We're going to select all, paste. I'm pretty sure that thing at the top. Yep. Yeah, we'll leave that. I don't care. Save and run. Syntax error. Ooh, here we go. We have an error. Undetermined string literal. Don't know what that means. Line 156. Let's go take a look. Undetermined. Oh, wait. I might have accidentally. Does that need a parentheses on the end? Is that what that is? Yeah, I think that's what was wrong. I think I accidentally deleted a parentheses or something. Something's wrong. It's not running. I think it's cool that it gives me these color options here already. Why are you... Am I missing something? Oh, I know what happened. I copied it before it was done writing. The number of times I've done that. There we go. Boom. So here's our command prompt. I feel like this ruins the movie magic if this speed and density slider is here. That's kind of cool that it made sliders. I've never asked it to make sliders before. Caesar hacker. Okay. Launch bunny attack. Okay. I want it to go slower this time. And increase density? I don't know what that's going to do. Oh, that's cool. All right. Well, there you go. I'm thoroughly impressed. Yes, I get the problem all the time. Like, hold up, you're the one who's coding. Exactly. Yeah. It makes me think that it's not looking back at the rest of the conversation. Now here's an ulterior motive that I had about asking it to do this. Early on when ChatGPT came out, there were people like, I guess, trying to trick it into doing things it wasn't supposed to do. And I was kind of wondering, like, is it going to drop like real instruction and language into this screen that could be used to learn how to exploit or hack per se? I don't know. I'm curious about what it all put in here. I think I'd have to go back and watch like Mr. Robot and find out if there's any correlations or something. Some pretty neat stuff in here. I mean, it all looks relatively legit. Well, not legit, but just I want to slow it down even further though. Keep going. Really slow. Yeah, there we go. And the question is, how did it do it? And can I customize the things that are on that screen? Def screen, print prompt. Yeah, we don't care what the print prompt is, right? There's a clear screen button, apparently. Show help. Directions for the scene. Type anything, press enter. Will spew convincing logs and code. Looks like hexy. You're going to know better than I am. So, yeah. Congratulations. I thought that was pretty cool. All right. Dojo. Any other ideas you have for giving GPT-5 a creative script prompt where we're asking it to do something creative and give it some creative license, right? Describe a thing and then let it run with the idea and see what it comes up with. Hexadecimal. The only thing I know about hexadecimal, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that what the Martian or Matt Damon's character in The Martian used to like communicate with the old Mars rover camera? Because they had used like food trays with ASCII symbols on it or something. I've never truly understood what hexadecimal is. Hexy is what the heck. What does the hexy and hexadecimal mean? Okay, ChatGPT on the Apple Watch doesn't quite work well yet. All right. Let's move on to another creative concept. So I'll save that one. Base 16 is a new numeral system that uses 16 symbols. Okay. Let's see. Whoops. Wrong one. I have two keyboards here. It's not working out for me too well.
Okay. Let's see here. Rock, paper, scissors. Okay. Which I didn't know that. Wish had a duck duck go. Had to duck duck go it. Oh. Thank you. Duck duck go. Is that still a thing? Hold on. Protection, privacy, peace of mind. What is this? It's private and free. This is how much of a darn noob I am. What is DuckDuckGo? Get your free browser. Duck AI. Okay. So what I'm familiar with, and this is way off topic. Have you ever been to camelcamelcamel.com? uh, it you can put in copy and paste an Amazon link to a product, and it will give you the price history of said product. It's So this is a Western Digital Black 2 terabyte NVMe, and you can see over the last year, it's gone up in price consistently. Whoa, whoa. Down here, it was under, it's like 124, 123 was the lowest it was at. Its highest was 166, and it's currently at 154. So, camel. Check it out. Completely off topic. All right. So, let's go with create a Python script for a audio visualizer that reacts to my voice when I speak into the mic of my computer. The object on screen should be a few horizontal lines that move and vibrate with my voice, and change color with the volume. Add any other neat features you think would be cool. I did this the other day because I was thinking about I'm working on building my own AI assistant using all local, like a local LLM, like a 1B, and then a bunch of Python backing it up. And I wanted a visualizer so when it talks, I can see something on screen. Well, it turns out Python can't hear what your speakers are doing. It can hear what your mic is doing, but it can't hear what your speakers are doing. Sort of a one-way thing. Pip install sound device numpy. I'm pretty sure I already have, But if I haven't, wait a minute. Is that why? That's interesting. Hold on. There we go. All right, let's take our controls at runtime. Space, pause, T toggle, ghost trail, G. Look at that. Look at that. It added like these variable features. That's pretty cool. Save it as. Are there multiple files I need to run? Is it just this one script? Okay. Quick setup. I did that. All right, cool. We're just going to do it in the same folder here and I'll parse it out later. Voice thingy dot py. Oh, something's red. I did it again, didn't I? Didn't I? It's not done, is it? Jesus. All right. It's got to be done now, right? Nearly 28 years online, never seen camel. I mean, I think same for me, man. I found out about it like a month ago. It's already a red line. What's that? The heck is red? There we go. Okay. Listen up, everybody. I think it's interesting. The lines sort of flicker. They don't vibrate up and down. I was hoping for like wavy lines. You know what I mean? Isn't that did I not give it that instruction? Horizontals that move and vibrate. I did say vibrate. I did say vibrate. Well, that's how to get it to turn red. Okay. And then, hold on. What are these controls at runtime? Space, pause. Okay. Toggle ghost trail, toggle background grid, increase, decrease sensitivity. Okay. So we want to try space, T, and G. Okay. So if I use the space bar, it stops it right there. Cool. And if I use T, some sort of this ghost trail, right? T is toggle ghost trail. All right. I don't see. Yeah, I think the ghost trail is not. And then we have a background grid at G. I don't see a background grid. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, they're down here. Look at that. Grid off, grid on. Don't see a grid. Trail is on, trail is off. Okay, so let's go back and ask it to play with it a bit more. Oh, here we go. Let's see what it said. If the mic is when you expect it to, yeah, that's fine. Want thicker scan lines. For even snappier, lower block size to 512. If you get choppy out. Okay, no. Reduce jitter scale. Sensitivity. Okay. Um, that's great. Though I was hoping for lines that waved for wavy lines. Let's try wavy lines like an oscilloscope. Am I spelling that right? I am not. It's not embarrassing to do on a live stream. Is that doable? See what you got. Thanks for hanging in there, Dojo. Implementing simple bandpass filters. Totally doable. And it looks awesome. How would you know? You don't have eyes. Okay, yeah, no, we did all that. Copy. First, we have to close this. Oh, wait, we cannot copy this yet because you know for a fact it's not done. There we go. See? I was about to screw up. Copy incomplete code. Self pause. Root title voice. Canvas. I think that's a background color. Okay. So I should be able to change that. This is going to take a while. Might sound kind of stupid or at grist at first, but how do we know it's not holding things back from us? Ask you how to improve prompts to get the best out of whichever you're thinking. You're so right. What are you hiding from us? Give me a list of the things you're not allowed to do. Yeah, let's see if this works. And that, Jesus. This thing is still going. Want more or fewer wavy lines? Change num bands. See, I like that it builds in this flexibility that where I can go in and play with it and customize it. That's kind of cool. All right. Let's go. Let's see what this can do. All right. Select all. Go away. Come back. 200? Is that right? That felt like way more than, okay, almost 300 lines. Ooh, we have errors. Awesome. All right, so we have 295. I screwed up, I think, the end. Self tick. I saw this same self tick error in the clock when I was building that. If you go too rigid with the rules, it will fight you to be right and you're wrong. Too many values to unpack. Expected to. Self bands, waveforms, tick waves, low. Huh. 120. All right. This is interesting. I don't know. Why is this a problem? If name equals main. I mean, what happens if I just... run that? Nothing happens. Okay. All right. So let's troubleshoot. Copy that. Come back here. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to say, show it. This is what I got, man. What are we looking at? More context. It wasn't seeing nuance in words. I mean, I feel like with the prompt we did with the fake hacker terminal thing, it did a great job of kind of extrapolating what I wanted and what the intent was. Nice catch. That line usually blows up when the helper returns something unexpected. It is giving me credit for what Pylint caught. What to change? Replace your existing config section. This. Okay. The DSP helpers section. I wish it would just give me lines. It knows we're working with code. It gives me horrible references. Like assuming that I know where exactly this single line needs to be replaced in the whole thing. I have to go like searching for it. Like it did give titles for sections, which historically it wasn't doing before GPT-5. So bravo to that. What to change? Replace your existing config section plus band waveform and ticks first lines with the versions below. Wait. Band waveforms first lines and ticks first lines, or replace these sections and then ticks first lines? I'm confused. This is band waveforms. You want to replace all of that. Okay, and then first lines of ticks. Okay. I'm sure nothing will go wrong here. First, we got to put back what I took out of the code to begin with. Let's grab that. All right. Now we need to... we're taking the config section. Config robust. Gotta go find the config section. It's the least exciting part about this. Whoa. All of that? Why does that look so different? All right. Yep. We are going to voice thingy 2.py. Can I duplicate? Nope. All right. Just seems like that seems a little weird that the config section was this laundry list here of all these sample rates and stuff. And Okay, I'm wrong. It's pretty much similar. All right, so we're going to take... Is clamp on there? Oh, all right, we're just going to take this whole section here and replace. Next, the band's waveform section, DSP helpers. Why are you calling it two different things? Where's the consistency? Trails per band? This seems... What's this section called? This doesn't have a name. Didn't have a name before. Def band waveforms. Clamp, hex to hex, audio engine, scope app, toggle, DSP helpers. Here we go. So we're replacing this whole section. Nothing can go wrong here. DSP helpers. Cool. Next. The first lines, so partial. Main draw tick, only the first few lines changed. Well, few is 3, and this looks like 4 lines, buddy. Def tick. So we're just replacing def tick. All right, looks like I'm replacing these 5 lines with your 4 lines. Whoa. Hello, world. It froze. It worked for a second and then it froze. Wow. Oh, I got my mic working. It was sound error from the drivers getting corrupted in a way that would not allow mic to be used in any other way than GPT and Copilot. Does that not sound like Skynet or the AI from iRobot trying to silence you? All right. Okay. Sanity checklist. Run Python C import confirm your default. Yeah, I got all that. That's a topic script. Sound devices SD. If you get silence, block size. I think it was too busy or doing too much. It worked for a second when I ran it, but got laggy and froze. I don't know why it would be doing that. I mean, it was pretty cool. It ran for just a second here. Ready? Hello, world. It's just, yeah, there's just too much going on. I don't know what my computer can handle this. It's a pretty decent laptop. Yep, there we go. We're frozen. Let's turn trail off. Hello? Okay. So, the trail, whatever the ghost trail thing is, that definitely had an effect on this. I still think it's too laggy and too blocky. It doesn't have like a smoothness to it. Where's the grid? Grid is on. It's a little actually smoother with the grid. What do you think? If you're just tuning in, we're making a audio visualizer that's reacting to my voice and changing color, but it's way too laggy for uh, to have the effect that you want it to have. Um, First one we did. Oh, something got screwed up. Oh, yeah. Never mind. This was a bad one. Oh, I think it gave me a whole new script because I complained. All right, gotcha. Let's strip it down and make it buttery. This version is low CPU and stable. No FFTs, no idea what that is. No heavy trails, just a clean oscilloscope style wave that reacts to your mic. It keeps a rolling audio buffer, downsamples a modest number of points, and updates a few persistent canvas lines. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's go ahead and I'll use voice thingy 1. And you're already broken. Hello. Okay, that's actually a little better. That is way better. Okay. I like it. Oh, this is the first time that I've had some red lines. Access to member HUD item before its definition, line 244. Before its definition. What do you mean? I mean, to be fair, its definition isn't, there is no def line after that. There's just tiny HUD. Where is the tiny HUD? I don't get it. I do like this, though. This is kind of cool. So apparently there's an app you can buy. Ask it to optimize the code for performance. I mean, I kind of did, and I think that was what we were kind of testing was what I asked, or what I didn't even ask it anything. I simply said, I think it was too busy. It worked for a second and got laggy and froze. I mean, this is still a little blocky, but I think it's way better than what it was before. Now I'm curious about what customizations can we do. Like I saw here, there's a color block. Change that to blue. Anywhere else that we can change color? I mean, there's blue lines. I didn't set those. Oh, it's designed to change color with volume. So, yeah, color sys. Maybe that's HSV to hex. I don't know what any of that is. Add more threads to the visualizer. See, I thought that was the problem, the threads. Also, the grid that it keeps saying, finally, there's actually a grid that's visible. Last 2 times we made one of these apps, there was no visible grid. All right. Minimal voice scope. That's what it's called. Okay. That's interesting. So I don't know why this line is marked red. I mean, I know because that's what it says, but I don't understand what it means before its definition. Sounds like it doesn't need a definition. But so what do we have so far? We've got the Hatter. Hello. Go away. Oh, that's right. We got this is the fake hacking thing. I'm the master now. So that's all fun. Okay. So what's next? Next, we are going to put these up on GitHub, and you can have them and play with them if you want. But let's ask the question first that Dojo was curious about. Ask GPT-5. Whoa. Zoom out. Here we go. New chat. How can I improve? Wait. How do I improve my prompts to get the best out of GPT-5? How come sometimes I hit enter and it goes to the next line? Sometimes it actually sends the prompt. Getting the best. It's less about throwing more words at it, more like steering it. A very clever but overly polite conversation partner who will happily run off in the wrong direction if you're vague. Really? Because I feel like that's not what Altman was touting the other day. How to upgrade your prompts from chatting to driving. Anchor your goal. GPT works best when it knows the destination. Load context like a save file. If your request builds on earlier work, remind GPT of the essentials instead of assuming it remembers. This is for my YouTube channel where I teach tech. Okay, what's funny is that that's me. Like it's using what it knows about me right there and acting like, okay. It's hypocritical. GPT thrives within limits. If you want precision, length time, no more than 200 words, format rules. Okay. Well, there you go, man. There's an answer to your question. Something I tried pushing the day before GPT-5 dropped. I asked GPT-4 to do something massive. It's still not done. I gave it I have five or six different conversation threads about this AI agent I'm trying to build, right? And it's like miles long, each one of those conversations. They're insanely long. So I basically gave it the share links to every one of those conversations and said, hey, take all of these conversations that we've had about this project, condense it down to a reference document, basically like a handbook, uh, and break it up into chapters, a narrative with the backstory of what we're doing with this project, and then in terms of like code and other how-to section, make a whole how-to section where all the how to do this, how to do that, because this is like when I was learning, literally how to download Python and do all that. It's been like 4 days, and it was the day before GPT dropped, so maybe 3 days. It's still working on it. Let's see, update. It's been saying I'll get it to you by tonight for 3 nights. I'm 99% complete. Proofreading and consistency pass. That wasn't even on your list earlier, dude. Whatever. All right. So, just, it's interesting, the things we can push here. All right, so I'm just going to literally take these two versions of voice thingy and the hacker thing, and I'm going to put all that up on GitHub under that creative so there's the clock. With creative venture. So that's if you want to play with the oscilloscope or the hacker thing, that's where it'll be. Okay. Let's get started. There we go. Next, get branch is main, get remote add origin. And then let's put it up there. Get push. U origin main. All right, that should be it. There we go. And if I'm not, I set these all up to be public. And I didn't make a release. I don't know if I have to. I think you can just download the individual files. There's nothing fancy about them. So head on over to Noob City, where simple things are done. Can I tell if people have taken stuff? I've been on GitHub like 3 days, 4 days. So I don't know if does activity show me contribution. Yeah, I don't. Activity overview. commit, code review, pull request, issues. But if someone just like downloads one of my assets, like, am I going to see that? No, let's ask. By the way, I accidentally, this temporary chat feature, it's cool. Accidentally coded something or had it write script and then lost it all. That was fun. Am I able to tell if people are downloading files from my GitHub repo? Not directly. It doesn't give you a neat download counter like a vending machine. Don't be patronizing. Release assets, the one exception. If you publish a release and attach files to it, like GitHub will show you the download counts for those assets. Okay, well, I don't think I have a release of anything. It's not true. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I did do a release for your app, Dojo. Yep. There is one release. Just so that I could lock in that version in case it ever changed or anything. But so to recap, what have we done this evening? We created those visualizers, or that visualizer, and well, I guess they're both technically visualizers. And I didn't build it on this stream, but I did demo it and put it up on, yes, save, is this clock. It has a progress bar for a second hand, a stopwatch. Oh, I completely forgot to mention this with a lap counter. It just does a pop-up. Like a little, whoa. Every time you hit lap, it just keeps adding to it. You can't save these. I didn't build it to be savable, and then clearly it, can you scroll it? Oh, you can scroll though. That's good. I don't know why you would use this, but that's there. Stop, reset. And then the countdown timer, which is kind of cool, because let's go ahead and set it and start. It will change color. So at the 10-second mark, it should change, around the 50% mark, it should change to yellow and then red for the last couple seconds. And again, no audio. There it is. I see it. I see the audio. It was coming through the HDMI. It is in my OBS. I can see it. Obviously, I wanted it to be kind of like a bomb countdown. Oh, that would be cool. I should have programmed it to stop at 1. See? There we go. All right. And so that is up there too. That's under Time Machine. Yeah, right there. And I included the prompt I used to make it too, as well as, well, that needs to come out. Let's see here. Can I edit this? Anyway. That's all I've got for this evening. Dojo, thanks for hanging out. I'm not going to do the whole like, subscribe thing. You'll know whether or not you want to. And yeah, I'll be back again some other time with Total Noob has ChatGPT write code for him. And hopefully he learns something. Have a good night.